Alright, we're back. Round 2, Black-Green Elves. Hand's a little awkward, but we're gonna go ahead and keep it. We got a lot of gas in this hand, actually. Like, Sylvan Advocate into Nissa into Sylvan Messenger seems sweet. Even if we don't have a turn 1 elf. I guess that's less of a problem in this deck than it is in, for example, Modern Elves, where the deck is built to have turn 1 elf all the time. We're just gonna lead with this nondescript forest. Nothing to see here, folks. Must have forgotten my fetch lands at home. Ooh, Collected Company. That's gas, too. Yeah, still nothing to see here. Just a card that I can attack you with. Sunken Hollow, easy game. Blue deck. Not sure I like that. I've been playing too much Ravnica flashbacks. I keep thinking that my opponent's going to Last Gasp whenever I play. Last Gasp is a card from Ravnica, City of Guilds, that gives a creature -3/-3 for black and a colorless. Silumgar Scorn. No, I'm good. I could have, I guess I could have played around that by playing either an Elvish Visionary or another Sylvan Advocate. Now we're kind of in a bad spot, sort of. Well, now we're fine. Alright, so here we lead with Elvish Visionary. Tapping my black mana because if I draw a 1-drop, that's unfortunate, but if I draw an untapped land of any variety, I'll be able to play it. Our opponent's probably going to Faltug Invocation us here. Yeah, that's fine. No reveal though. That's good. And we have the untapped land. So, I think I just want to play Twin's Elite. Puts more power on the table right now. I played the Elvish Visionary there instead of the Sylvan Advocate or the Dwynen's Elite because I wanted to be able to cast 2 spells in a turn, which I would not have been able to do had I cast Sylvan Advocate or Dwynen's Elite first. So, as far as I can tell, our opponent does not have an elf in hand, which is pretty great for us. Or, not an elf, a dragon. So if we, play a land and then play the Sylvan Messenger, a Silumgar Scorn is unlikely to be able to counter it. Ditto Classic. Ooh, Disdainful Stroke. Alright, well, you got me. Makes sense, I guess. Alright, Jace is flipping. Jace is not something that we can deal with super easily, but we'll be fine. Discarded a Haven of the Spirit Dragon. Probably just playing an Ojai. Oh yeah, rips. Collected Company number 2. Sure. Fire one of these bad boys off. Beastcaller Savant. Classic. Didn't need any of those other cards anyway. How likely is it that after hitting us with Dragonlord Ojai, our opponent has another counterspell in hand. There's a pretty good chance. Gonna offer. Unless our opponent just swamp Crux with Fate, because that could also happen. It's one of the bad parts about this deck. Deck is cool though. It's got a lot of synergies. It reminds me of a modern deck. Oh, hey, look. Here's the black source. It's got a lot of synergies of the modern Elves version, but it doesn't have access to the more powerful mana Elves or the sideboard options, which is just too bad, if you ask me. Alright, so our opponent's giving us an opportunity to attack them, which is great. We'll do that. What I like about this situation is our opponent is forced to act at this point. Sacrifice the Sylvan Advocate. Murderous Cut. Alright. Take 3. So I could just play a land, play a dude and pass. And if our opponent like casts Crux of Fate or something, then we can collect a company. If we're playing to the out-of-hitting Elf Shaman of the pack, it might just be better to do it pre-combat or in response to the Crux of Fate, but I don't think that's true at all. Sure. I think we take a draw step. Oh no, you would have had it. Playing Hissing Quagmire, pass its turn. Funnily enough, still winning this race. Bunch of elves against a Dragonlord Ojai. And our opponent is drawing 2 cards a turn. Basically 3 if you count the Dragonlord Ojai one is 1 or 2. Foul Tongue Invocation, sure. So they're gonna gain life. So here's where I'm going to play my collected company. Bye, Elf Warrior. Ooh, wow. Didn't expect that one to resolve. I probably should have done that in response, huh? Opponent might have another Foul Tongue Invocation, or a Murderous Cut. Utter End. Alright. You're still dead, I believe. Got a forest. Deal you 4. Oh no! Oh, that was awkward. Guess we plus this. See if we can get a Shaman in the pack. Yeah. Now we're just playing with our food. What we could have done is activated Hissing Quagmire and just attacked with Nissa before playing our land. And yes, we're going to pretend that didn't happen. Duress seems reasonable. As does Evolutionary Leap. Now the question is, what do I want to take out? Thornbow Archer, sure. I can take out a Thornbow Archer. Nissa, I don't think will survive long enough to be useful. Do I play Evolutionary Leaps? Do I play Nissas? I think 2 Duresses. Tajuru Warcaller actually relies heavily on board presence, so I'm just gonna do this. Submit. So cutting a Tajuru Warcaller seems fine against a control deck. I can keep this one, I think. Got a turn 2 Shaman of the pack, which is not necessarily something you want to do, but having a mana accelerant and a collected company seems pretty reasonable. Alright, Dwynen's elite. Great. This hand is really shaping up. One of the things I can do is play around... Alright. Never mind. I was gonna say, play around Silumgar Scorn by casting Dwynen's elite off the Gnarlroot Trapper regardless. So we're just gonna F6. Can't really attack into that chase. But hey, we're putting a lot of pressure on our opponent. I could have also played the Hissing Quagmire. I forgot that I had that in my hand. Okay. Well, okay. Let's Duress you. So we've got Dig, Foul, Truths, Chase, Vent. We're gonna take the Dig through time. The reason is I don't want my opponent drawing things that they want to draw. Painful Truth steals 3, which is great. And they don't have a dragon for the Foul Tongue Invocation right now. So we're gonna take the Dig through time. And then we're going to do this one. Probably going to see a Foul Tongue Invocation in response. Oh no. Cool. It's kind of interesting that they wouldn't do that. Mostly because they will have access to 3 mana, probably. They will probably have access to 3 mana next turn. Because they have the Shambling Vent enters the battlefield tapped. So, if they wanted to do something, they kind of have to, yeah. They kind of needed to play something there. Alright, Beastcaller Savant, what does that do for me? Less than playing Forest Collected Company does, I think. Evolutionary Leap's a great draw. Beastcaller Savant, I like that it has haste. And we got there. So, alright, cool.